Hello, this is Rebekah Freedom, and this is episode number 24 of Heard Not Seen. I don't have a catchy title for it, but it will be in the show notes. I just really want to jump off here and say that there's something so liberating about telling the truth and sometimes something terrifying about exposing the truth, exposing yourself and putting yourself out there in the world. And so I guess you could call this full frontal freedom, something to that extent, something like that. So, I've been working with John, and he is a wonderful producer. Shout out late in the start. John Beethan is producing this, and whoop whoop, he is. We're doing this remote, so he'll be coming in on the next podcast if you guys miss his brilliant voice and his witty candor. So here we are together, number 24, magical number 2 and 4, 6, which is life path stuff, but that's for numerology and that's for another time. Let's sink in. Just think to yourself about the life that you're currently in. Are you like in that blissed out moment in your life where you're like, oh my gosh, I have everything I want. I have the mate, I have the job, the kids are good, the house is good, my health is good. Everything feels like it's in balance. I am so excited to be alive. Life is, you're hashtag blessed all over the place. You're just hashtag blessed. You're part of your church choir. You have enough money in the bank and things are great. Things are really amazing. And, I promise you, if that's the case, if things are really amazing, there's still skeletons in the closet. There's still things to hide, peccadillos, habits, things that you had to fight to overcome and maybe still struggling with. And how do I know this? You might wonder, how do I know? How do I know this? Well, because I'm a freaking life coach, counselor, therapist, psychic, insight, intuitive person. And there's some sort of like weird esteem that goes along with people that are counselors or clergy, like authority figures. It's all of a sudden that I have this authority. And really, honestly, it's all I've done is commit my time to educating myself. Because, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. Well, the sun has been around a long time, girl. That thing is like the original bling, okay? Okay? Mm-hmm. Don't ask me about the voices that come out of me either. Just be thankful we made it so far. We've made it to 3 minutes and 7 seconds with no swearing. Let's see if we can make it the whole time. So okay, again, let's visit that good life because again, there's gajillions. There's Gabriel Bernstein, Danielle LaPorte. I'm going to put these in show notes. Don't you worry. And Wayne Dyer, Deepak Chopra, Eric Thomas, Tony Robbins, Carolyn Miss, and so many of you coaches out there whose names I don't even know yet. Who from rock bottom to rock star, like who are you? Why does it even matter? Well, it matters because we all have something to say. We all have a voice. We all have that seed of encouragement that lives inside of us, that's necessary for somebody. I know along my life path, like my dad died. He freaking dropped dead and during my spring break freshman year of college, and he died in the home. So I saw his corpse, and trust me, coming back from that was a long, long journey, but I didn't go off the rails because I had people who were encouraging, and, the components of that are like magic, honesty, ownership, full expression, and just telling the truth. So full frontal freedom. Quick cutaway here. The point I'm trying to make in all of this is that life coaches are not perfect. So since we're not perfect, none of us, right? The way to really transcend that, to get into this full frontal freedom that I'm talking about, is to use the things that you feel are flaws and to adjust, to pivot accordingly and create something completely new that you've never chosen before. So what I'm really saying is that I like to pull the curtain back from the Wizard of Oz and say, look at you, you have the power. We all have the power. And that is my major gift in the world, is to pull back the curtain of people that are like, I'm so weak, I'm feeble, I don't have the strength or the ability to do what I want to do. And I'm like, yes, you do. And let me show you through my goofiness and weirdness that, just you being you is what matters the most. And thanks for listening to this cutaway. So let's go back to my podcasting rant. Buckle up. Buckle up. Goodness is ahead. Toot, toot, beep, beep. Here we go. The thing about it is I had this funny thing just happen, because sometimes I'm just like, oh, maybe I'll just shoot a random video. No planning, completely spontaneous, almost compulsive, because there's certain days I just like fall into the social media hole and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm like doing so much good posting. Oh my God, this is so amazing. And it's really not amazing, but it's just entertaining me and serving my distraction from the list of things I actually need to be doing. Raise your hand right now. Not if you're driving, though. Raise your hand if you know that you're just distracting yourself. You're like, I need to go to the gym. I made a commitment to working my body out. And here I am being like, maybe I can just swipe for another fucking 5 hours. Oh, there it was. There it was. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? We made it 5 minutes before the F-bomb snuck in there. Sneaky little thing, sneaky. So, okay, well, now this is going to be marked explicit. Thanks, John. Holler for that. Okay, so the thing about it is that I was shooting this video, and I also have this blog that I write for Elephant Journal, and my most recent blog was called Left-Handed Masturbation, which it got like 20,000 views in like a week, because people were probably like, what's this about? Is this about watching porn and masturbating with your left hand? No, it's you'll just have to read it. Again, just go to Elephant Journal, or I'll include the link below to that article. So I thought, the reason I bring that up is because I talk about my sex toy, which I nicknamed Brad, in the article, right? So I'm like grabbing my iPhone in my house, and it is like 11 in the morning, and I meant to get up early and go to the gym, but as it turned out, that didn't happen. So the day was sort of wonkety. So when I don't have structured space, I get in these compulsive moods. So I grab my phone, start filming for Instagram, and I'm like, do you want to see the inner sanctum of Rebekah Freedom? What does that look like? Because I like to pretend celebrity, like, ooh, this is the behind the scenes of Rebekah Freedom. Ooh, what's the world look like behind that, all that genius and all that hotness? So I start filming, and I'm just like, I drink beet juice, I blah, 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 and this is my bed. And then I went back to watch the video, and I left Brad like out on the bedstand. So I was like, oh shit. But the thing I realized about that, and even talking about this, is maybe for better or for worse, like I don't like having skeletons in the closet. I sort of like beating people to the punch and just like putting it out there. Just like, and maybe it's for shock value. Maybe it's that part of me that still feels like the nerdy girl on the playground where it's like, no one wants to play with me. So I'm just going to like act out and write about my sex toys and swear a lot and share. And I think ultimately what I'm trying to do is provide a container where it's like a judgment-free zone, right? Where the judgments that come in, you get to be like, well, that's cute. How can that be a contribution to me? Like, thank you for telling me that I have a feeble mind because I swear, or thank you for telling me that I'm racist, or thank you for giving me your reflection. Like, I'll listen to that and I'll pivot accordingly. Like, that's a huge contribution to me. And like I said in my last podcast, go ahead, judge away, right? But the whole point of freedom. Oh, God, yeah, breathe that in. Just orgasm, freedom. Just the whole, all my body was just like, yes, get into it. Get that freedom going. Yum, 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 yum. The whole point of freedom, Rebekah freedom, and the energy of freedom and the container of freedom is where you can come play, just come play. Like if you're in that place of, feeling like, oh, I could never say this. I could never ask for this. I could never do that. And then you walk around pissed at everybody else because they're saying, asking and doing for what they want, and therefore coming into alignment with what they want. Then, freedom is the energy of the release that you need in order to be the you that you be. I like to rhyme sometimes and sing off key, but that is the be that I be. Yep. So let's do it together. Here we go. Okay. Deep breath in. Oh yeah, baby. This is the I'm not the ladies' man. I'll be the woman's girls. What's up? Just weird. Just be weird. Just stop with the boxing yourself in, and just and as I say, let your freak flag fly. Now, listen, there's a time and a place, because if you're in a community that really puts value on how you dress and how you carry yourself and etiquette, well, learn to play that game. Just plug yourself into that. You don't have to stay plugged into that. You can unplug. Hello, freedom. And maybe that's what's going on, is that you're at a point in your life where you're like, I've plugged into this program for so long, corporate America program, or I just want to be a helper. I want to be a life coach. Don't we all want to be life coaches? Or whatever, right? Like an artist, or you do want corporate America. You're like, I'm tired of floating around and not making enough money, so I'm going to go plug into the machine. But all of a sudden, you can't unplug. Like you're stuck. You're stuck in this whole marriage thing and relationship thing, and you can't. And you want freedom. If you want more of that, if you want full frontal freedom, if you want the honesty of things, I'm going to give you these 3 tools. I'm going to give you 3 tools, and then we're going to wrap up for today. Tool number 1 is, like a mantra, constantly ask yourself the first question of, who wants what I have to offer? Like you don't even have to know what it is you have to offer. You can be like, the energy that is me, that, all the little things that structure and make me me. Who wants what I have to offer? Who cannot live without what I have to give? And the answer to that is, you have a body, so you are potent in that sense, because your arms could provide so much comfort for somebody, or your kiss could really light someone up, or it doesn't matter what kind of body you have, if the energy that inhabits it is full of joy and infectious, and infectious, that is not really the right word. But we're just going to leave it, because, just be you. That's the question. Who wants some of this? Who wants to play with this? That's the second question. Who wants to play with me? Who really wants to play with me? And that can mean sexually, that can mean intellectually, that can mean financially, that can mean spiritually, that can mean energetically, that can mean sending prayers, that can mean, in ceremony. What else is possible? What else is possible there? Lots is possible in that particular space. And then lastly, this is a really fun one to ask, and just notice all the stuff it brings up for you. Who wants to give me money? Who wants to just give me money? Give me the energy of money. Who wants to just give that to me? They're just listen, whatever you've got, I want it so much. Let me just throw some money at it, so we don't have to have a relationship, and we can expedite this process. That being said, who wants what I got, who wants to play with us, and who wants to give me money, all sort of add up to you being completely in the space of receiving judgments, receiving the truth of other people, and being able to use that as a contribution, and to be able to pivot your life and to create more for yourself. So you have that super orgasmic exciting, joyful, playful, fun, light energy. And that even if you get into those icky, sticky, dark times, it's good. It's like you can just decide to savor your own depression if that's where you want to be. So if you want to learn like more tools of how to have full frontal freedom, and you really full frontal freedom, if you want to just F it, baby, just F it because you can't stop. Oh, dude, let's try that again because I stutter sometimes. Just F it till you can't stop. There it is. So thank you so much for listening to this. If you want more F it, full frontal freedom, then reach out to me at RebekahFreedom.com. That's REBEKAH freedom.com. I'll help you tailor the questions to your life and to where you are so you can create something that you've never imagined before that is completely amazing and awesome. Thank you again to John Beethan for his wonderful producing skills. And y'all be sovereign, Kay. Be sovereign. Do you, boo. Stay weird. And thanks for listening. Love you so much. Bye-bye. I said I love you. Okay, for real. For realsies. We're done now.